All right, we got some presents for the guys out in the crowd. Shirts are flying. Oh, Sender.
There's Sender hanging out.
Without a shirt. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, no shirts for you, Sender. Sorry.
This is what happens when you buy a ticket and come down to the Columbus Arena. We got merch. We got some MLG gear, some Pomage hoodies, everything.
I picked up some MLG gear the other day, so I can be swagged out on the ESR. You see Maven right there, the best-looking 50-year-old man on the planet.
Absolutely. Knees of a 12-year-old though.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got phenomenal hair. I mean, you see it just growing in lumps and patches. Just giving away these t-shirts left and right.
On the stands. All right.
Causing some chaos over there. Going with the Kareem Sky hook, throw it out.
You know,
shirts over there.
Sometimes you just gotta hook it.
Yeah, Benson's never seen a basketball game being from Europe, so he doesn't have any moves.
He's drop kicking all those shirts.
Yeah.
All right, Ben.
Somebody won the plastic bag that housed the shirts. Ben with a nice little slight toss of the wrist right there.
We're only halfway through the day. This is gonna get insane towards the end of the night.
Oh yeah, towards the end of the night, I might throw my chair out.
Hey, that moment was for you guys here in the venue. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're going into the match though for everyone tuning in from around the world. If you're just joining us, Envy dominating the hardpoint as well as that CTF game. The slaying has just been the difference maker.
And I think comeback uplink definitely fits their play style right now. You know, they're playing very fast, very aggressive. Didn't see that in the S&D, but I think they were kind of taken a little bit back by how aggressive TK played. Right. I think going into this comeback uplink game, they're going to come out on fire. I look for Saints to be the player that really dominates this game.
Saints is your guy again?
Yeah.
He's been putting up some pretty solid numbers. We also just gave a lot of credit to Nameless, who bounced back after Game 2, really shining in Game 3. Will he have it again in Game 4? The players just taking a moment before we get in this one. Now, why do you feel that this map and this gameplay is going to favor the Envy squad?
I feel like, you know, Zuma, Saints, and Nameless play at a much faster pace than you really look at the three Slayers from TK. You know, Theory, Goon, and Looney. Looney really plays that up-tempo, fast pace. You know, Theory can. Depends which Theory kind of shows up. Goon, traditionally very slow, you know, AR type of player. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays in this comeback uplink.
Do you think TK can meet that aggression with aggression of their own, or are they just going to have to capitalize on the key moments?
I think they can get, you know, that aggression out. I think they have to get pretty creative. Probably a lot of stuns from them, slow down the players from Envy. You see right there, key player matchup is going to be Zuma from Envy, Sharp from TK. Let's talk a little bit about Sharp. You know, 1.07 KD in uplink, 24% of the team's caps with 3.7 per game. Sharp, just a fantastic player, playing some of the best Call of Duty I've seen him play in Advanced Warfare.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit confused by Zuma as the choice for the key player. Just a .78 uplink KD when they faced off against TK in the regular season. His cap percentage 23, but both players known for their scoring. We'll see, can Sharp put up the 3.75? That'd be a real nice number here on comeback if they can keep it pretty even.
Yeah, it would be huge if they're able to keep that even, but we see in comeback, you know, one small mistake. We saw it in the Prof versus Denal game. You know, Bose thought he threw the drone out, didn't get the drone out, and ended up the floodgates opened up for Denal. Small mistakes on this map, because it's so small, so chaotic, can prove, you know, to be pretty disastrous.
All right, so we see a lot of great teams here this weekend, but when it comes to this map, I think this is everyone's favorite game mode to watch in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
Who is the best comeback uplink team?
You know, it's kind of hard to go against Optic Gaming with the Slayers they have. I think this Envy team, though, can be extremely good on this map as well. One thing you can say about Zuma is his KD obviously wasn't the best when we looked at that, but he never changed his playstyle. A lot of players, you know, when they can't get things going, they'll probably slow it down, try and pick up some easy kills. You know, make your KD look a little bit better. Obviously, you don't want to have a pretty bad KD. That doesn't look good. But he always sticks that playstyle. You know, sometimes you see him, you know, near 40 deaths, always forcing as many gunfights as you can. You see Saints' stats right there. I mean, he is just absolutely phenomenal in the Slayer department.
Yeah, that respawn efficiency. You can just see what he brings to the table in hardpoint, CTF, and uplink, a 1.43. That takes into account everything from your kills, your assists, your deaths, also the objective play that you're able to bring to the table. 30 kills per game, though, for Saints. Zuma, though, I'm going to say he's going to drop 29 this game.
Okay,
29.
Pretty safe bet. I think, you know, when they made that trade, it was really about getting Zuma and Saints, you know, two of the most consistent Slayers in Call of Duty. But, you know, Saints primarily, you know, Respawn, obviously one of the best players. He can hang with anybody. And I think Zuma for S&D helps him out a lot. I think I saw a stat yesterday. It was 44% of the time Zuma was getting first bloods for Envy. So that's pretty absurd. When you have one player send him out there and trust him enough to get those first bloods to come back, they're still alive with a man down for the other team.
All right, we're just waiting on one more member from Envy to jump into the action. I believe that player is Saints, who is going to be fixing up his audio. So as soon as that is ready, we'll be going right into the game. Comeback uplink next here in our best of 5. This is match point for Envy. If they win, they're going to head to the winner's bracket finals. A lot of people expected them to have a rough time on Friday night. They've been looking so strong, much stronger than any of us predicted on the bracket show.
In the bracket show, I had them as 4-5, and I thought it could even be lower than that. You really didn't know what to expect coming in. TK, you see right there, Goonjar on your screen. 0.92 KD in Respawn, 0.92 in S&D. Uplink, pretty decent. You're going to need him to play consistent. This has really been the storyline for TK. When Goon plays well, they win consistently. There are some times, though, where he'll get 41 map, next map he'll drop 20. You need that somewhere in the middle. He doesn't have any of those in the middle games. Yeah,
online, he really didn't have the best respawn efficiency, and that was kind of a knock on him throughout the season. But we've also seen when he shines, they dominate. I want to see that because I want a game 5.
Right, well, you think about the type of player that Goon is. He's going to slay at a distance. If he's not picking up those kills at a distance, he's not getting time on the hill, not really doing stuff with the objective, then not really picking up the kills. So you need him to kind of transition into a different role if that's not what he's going to play.
Let's look at Sharp, though. You mentioned that the 3 Slayers from TK. Yeah. You didn't say Sharp in that mix.
No, I don't think Sharp's really their Slayer. I mean, kind of more of an OBJ-minded player. But in this game, he's been playing extremely well. Some of the best Call of Duty I think I've seen him play since Black Ops 2. He had an up-and-down Ghost. Around Champs, obviously they didn't have a good showing at Champs last year, TK. I think around this time, though, he's playing extremely well, looking for them to make a run in this event and obviously at Call of Duty Championships.
I actually just looked down and I was taking a peek at Saints on the opposite side. I said he is the one player we're waiting on. He is going through every single class and changing up his loadouts for this next game. What do you think he's going to want to be bringing to the table?
I think if you're kind of thinking from TK's perspective, they're going to have to slow down the players of Envy. You got to think, you're going to see stuns, EMPs, all that good stuff. I think if you're Envy, kind of have to be a little bit more proactive against that and say, let's come out and run Hardwire right off the break so we don't get stunned on drone. We can get that drone control right away and play from there, because I think that's really the one way TK can kind of contend with them. They're not going to, TK I don't think is going to play a fast-paced game and outslay Envy. Don't think that's possible. I think if they can slow the game down a little bit, maybe with some stuns, maybe with some EMPs, they can have a chance. I think Envy's going to try and eliminate that right off the break.
All right, we'll see what's going to happen. Theory was running Hardwired in game number 1 for the hardpoint. I expect him to be bringing it out here once again. Who do you think, though, is the best baller on TK? Who's got the long-range shots? Who are we expecting to be controlling that satellite?
I've seen Looney do a nice job putting in some uplinks for TK, at a distance. I think Sharp, though, will be the one primarily handling the rock for TK.
Handling the rock.
Yeah.
Throwing it around. Throwing it in. And then, Saints is in the game. Let's get this going, boys.
Right. On the Envy side, I think Zuma. Seen Zuma make a lot of nice plays with that drone. So game is starting up. Finally, everybody's connected. They've made all 100 classes they can possibly make.
All 4. Yep, we're not good at spelling today. TK players had positive KDs on Uplink versus Envy in Season 1.
You're just wondering 4 spelled with a U.
All 4 TK. No, but seriously, that's really impressive that they were able to outslay Envy in the regular season.
You also have to consider TK in a team house. Merc, traditionally online, doesn't have a great connection. Definitely has something to play into it.
I'm going to be kicking things off with this TK squad. As I mentioned earlier, I want to see a game 5. And I think the guy to help them get there is going to be Looney. You mentioned it earlier.
So I mentioned it also. All 4 players for Envy coming out with Hardwire. Right.
Just Sharp rocking it here for the TK lineup.
Yeah, so that definitely eliminates stuff from TK, not able to use those stuns, EMPs, slow down the team from Envy. Envy making a very nice job right off the break, already going to get a 2-point score in. Envy coming out really hot in this uplink.
You see Merc get that first kill and then just push straight to underneath the uplink.
Nameless crush.
The passes are coming in. Saints is just moving past Nameless, who's laying it down for the dunk. How about 4 points in under 30 seconds? I'll take it.
Well, TK, they're going to have to adjust their classes. They have all 4 players running stuns, so that's exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to come out and slow the game down like I was talking about with those stun grenades, and Envy countered that right off the break. I think TK, they're going to have to realize that they're not stunning the players on Envy, switch to different classes, something that you could use a little bit more advantageously, maybe, double exos or something like that.
Merc threw the satellite out of the base, but there's constant pressure. Looney on top of Yellow is the key player in this situation. Can he keep the opponent spawning out? Challenge up top, that's going to be Saints, and we are going to see a dunk coming through. So 4-2 is our score. Looney finally taken out, but a nice answer there by the TK lineup.
Yeah, no, TK, they're playing from the so-called least favorable side, but since that spawn update, both sides, we've been seeing high scores from, both sides of the game. And I think, once that spawn comes in at green, you're able to rack up tons of score on the good side.
Denial dropped 20. Do you think either team is going to put up 20 in this game?
Don't see it. Don't see any team putting up 20. I think this will be probably a pretty close match all throughout, unless you can really start to see, the slaying coming through from Envy. But you see Merc, he's going to have that drone going straight up the middle of the map to be able to get this 2-point score. Envy going to take a 6-2 lead. I mean, maybe we'll see a 10-point here in the first half. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I actually was really impressed. I thought Merc was going to pass it up to Zuma. Instead, Zuma pushed out, killed one, hurt a second one, and allowed Merc just a clear path straight into the base. So 6-2, 3 minutes still to go. Envy has been looking so smooth. They're winning the battles for control, but here comes Theory. Going for the 1-point opportunity, doesn't have time to get the ball out of his hands, and that drone is gonna be now in the hands of Goonjar. You don't whip on me, he says, taking out Zuma with the haymaker.
But he's actually fallen out of the window, and he can't seem to figure out how to get back in. Yeah, he's gonna try and get a 1-point score. He's gonna miss. That's
Goon,
just a
welcome to my top 5 fails. Good thing Looney's there.
Yeah, good thing Looney's there. That could have been pretty bad for Goon if they were not able to put that in. But talking a little bit about that play from Merc before, he went in for that 2-point score, let Zuma slay at the base, because Zuma having a very nice first half. 9 and 8 right now, playing pretty phenomenal. He's able to get that one in there, not able to convert it though. The drone is still down underneath the TK base. They're gonna try and run that one out. Not a fan of that play. Almost Merc able to pick up that drone and run it back for a score.
Yeah, Sharp a little overconfident in their map control. There was a player right behind him and he was gonna be punished. So quick reset. That satellite is gonna drop in 15 seconds. Very close game, just a 1-possession battle, and we're going back over to Envy. This is Saints on your screen.
If you're Envy, you'd like to get at least 2 more points on the board here going into the second half. If you can go up 4 into that second half, you have to feel really good about yourself, and it looks like they're going to get that score. You're going to have somebody set up for that next drone spawn. You're going to see one member of TK already over there. Looks like he's going to be pinched by players from Envy. That's going to be Theory over on drone spawn for TK.
All right, so Theory was able to pick up 1. He's cleaned up. I'm staying on board with Zuma because I'm expecting a pass.
Yeah, I think Merc is actually probably just going to run this and let Zuma slay out. I mean, Zuma's on fire right now. I don't think you give him the drone and take him out of the other team's base.
Alley-oop, not needed. And there we go, 10-4, Matt. 3:46, the time to beat for TK.
It's going to be a tough one to beat, but I think this game really was decided almost in the pregame lobby when Envy kind of thought out what TK was going to do with those stuns and EMPs, and they made those classes prior. I think that's really where Envy is going to end up winning this game, that mental game pregame.
They haven't been showing their streams. They haven't been showing their hand at all in their warm-ups and hiding a lot of things in scrims. Envy really focusing on the cerebral side of Call of Duty right here, and it's definitely paying off. Very impressed with what we're seeing from the boys in blue so far this weekend.
We know so many players, they don't utilize all their classes. They won't even make a lot of them. They'll make 2 or 3 options, but I think Envy doing a good job of utilizing all classes. We saw them take a little bit of extra time between that game, make some extra classes, and you can see they're running through all.
Sharp in a key position, needs to stop this 1-point opportunity, and that will score. So nice plays coming in from Envy once again. TK, they took advantage of the first break at the start, but since then, it's been Envy with control of the satellite. Mark, throwing up another one.
And they're just going for these 1-point scores, and I like that play from Envy. There's no reason to push in, try and get 2-point scores, and then fail, and then let TK come counter. You can just keep racking up these 1 points. You're going to win this game fairly easily.
Nate was like, I'll just clear the way, guys. My Val is on point. You can throw me that. I'll throw it in.
Yeah, remember when I told you I didn't think we were going to see another 20-point score? I think I might be a liar.
I forgive you instantly, Matt.
Forgive me.
And we're going to see, you know what? I wish we could see Envy versus Denial on this map.
That would be fun to watch.
After watching both of these 2 squads in back-to-back matches, they just look so smooth here on Comeback. The good news is, potentially in our next match, Aware and Optic could be facing off if it goes to Game 4. Looney making his moves. I'll score that one, he says. 14-8. They're not out of it yet, but they really need to keep the momentum here. This is a big situation. Theory, does he get the ball out of his hands? Nice movement here with the EXO, and this is gonna be a 2-possession game.
They have Envy spawning over at that green side of the map. There's one player, actually, that is a huge play. I think that is Zuma. He rotated Okay, so basically Zuma spawned up at green. Instead of rotating back to his own goal, he rotated all the way around to glass. He was able to pick up that first intro kill, and that is absolutely a huge play because you see how much time it delayed TK from being get that drone control. But Looney, he's going to try and make a play through the middle, and he banks that one off the wall, not able to get that 1 point in. Huge gun battles right here going down mid-map, won by Envy, but I think that play by Zuma really going to end up winning the game for Envy.
Looney nowhere near the satellite in time. Gonna pick it up. Does he go for the 1 point play? He's got the 2-pointer! Looney!
He jumps right over. Nameless able to put that one in. Only a 1-score game Puckett. This one's gonna come right down to the wire just when we thought it was gonna be an absolute blowout.
What a performance by Looney and Team Kaliber. Oh, and that one's gonna drop right back. Nameless last man up for Envy. And Gunjar's gonna get the satellite up and out as Nameless takes out Theory. So, still a 1-possession game. TK can tie it up with one more slam, but Envy has 3 members all at glass. They have that whole side of the map dominated. Looney picks up a big one, but Saints with the 2-piece in the kill feed. No melee kill this time as all 4 go down. Nameless gonna go for the 2-point play. If he sees some opponents though, he might just go for the 1-pointer, and he's got Zuma locking that corner down. Nice flank though. Merc tried to keep it alive. And
he's got to go for that 1-point score right there. You know, this much time left in the game, you can make it a 2-possession game. You absolutely need to. Not a fan of that 1-point score right there. Theory, he's going to throw that one out, get a reset, see if they can take advantage, and nobody being on the other side of the map for Envy. But still, they're going to have to win those gunfights, and let's see who's over here on the drone side of the map. It's going to be Theory working his way around. He's going to be able to pick up that 1, and they have 3 dead. Envy spawning all on green. This is not looking good for Envy.
And you got the man you want controlling that satellite.
Oh my!
Puts it in, and the crowd here erupts in Columbus. Merc waiting for the satellite, going for one last toss. Not gonna happen.
What a comeback by TK. Absolutely phenomenal to come back in that second half. You know, once they had Envy spawning under green, they were never able to get out of that setup. Absolutely huge game out of Gunjar. It's exactly what you wanted if you were TK.
And people didn't want uplink in the rotation when we first started this game. This is the most exciting Call of Duty I have seen. I absolutely love this game mode. And what a performance from TK. The question though, what can they get done in overtime? 3 minutes on the clock here in overtime, and we're going to start things off with Gunjar, who's going to battle for window control.
Yeah, so this is going to go into a stopwatch overtime. It looks like Zuma, he's going to be able to get that drone mid-map. He's going to be taken out. Looney, he's going to wrap this one back around to that glass side.
Smart.
Try and get the players from Envy spawning up on green, but his teammates need to slay out.
Yeah, they need some big kills, and that's not one of them. Sharp's going to fall. Theory drops as well. Looney, last man up, is just going to try and throw that for yards. Inside, we're going to see Saints gonna make his move back. Nameless with the satellite right behind him. Could push this one green side potentially, and Nameless really just gonna throw this out. Envy going for the reset.
Yeah, you know, Envy, I think they need to set a good time here, though. Spawns are gonna flip after this. Obviously, in stopwatch, they're gonna get that least favorable spawn. You know, obviously we see good scores on both sides now, but that least favorable spawn, you're able to throw that AC pretty quickly from that good side, so they need to set a pretty good time here.
So many stuns going out. Saints connecting on him, 2 players charging him. ASM1 has plenty of bullets to deal with this, and he goes for the reload as he's cleaned up from behind. So we're 1 minute and 7 seconds in. Haven't seen either team able to break into each other's base. It's all about middle of the map control. Sharp knows it. He's going for the stuns now. Theory on the flank. He's got a fast break if he gets this melee kill. Oh, and that's a big one from Zuma.
Yeah, huge kill right there from Zuma. He's just going to throw that one into the TK base. Not able to get a score, but his teammate's going to try and put that constant pressure in. They'll plug it. 1:25 seconds left about in this first half of this overtime. And this is actually a win for TK. If this were to stay like this, I think it's actually a huge win for TK because now they go over that good side of the map next, and you're able to get that 1-point score so easy, which if it stays 0-0, would end up winning the game for them.
Staying on with TK, but it's Envy with the satellite. Merc, he's already gone over the wall several times. This time looping behind Zuma, his lead blocker. Zuma falling at the hands of Sharp. So Merc gonna try and get it done by himself. Big stop in the base by Sharp.
Saints, though, able to pick up some huge kills. He's taken out, and Looney, he's gonna be able to play that drone. If they can get this into the second half, TK speaking, you know, 0-0 in another replay, I think that's a huge win for them.
Theory unable to stop the players pushing out through glass. Sharp pulling out the bow. Merc though, satellite in middle. Saints leading the charge, misses the melee. Merc surviving. Gunjar set up to intercept, 3 down. It's all up to Zuma to stop Looney here. The player spawning at glass, and there's the melee. He's going for the jump. Can't get it to the roof yet.
No, he was going to try and jump and pass that one into the base. He had two teammates in position. They are both taken out. Let's see how Merc is going to play this. Looks like he's going to go for that 1-point score.
Looney!
And it's intercepted by Looney.
Get that
Absolutely
out of here.
Crazy game here. Comeback uplink. And right there, that might be the play of the game. Even though I think TK goes in that second half, even if the time is 2 minutes, 50 seconds, whatnot, I think that's still a beatable time. But to have that full amount of overtime on that good side to get just 1 point, I think it's a huge win for TK.
What's up, Looney? Is he the greatest uplink player in the game? He gets my vote. 8 uplinks, a huge interception at the end of our first round of overtime. 3 more minutes on the clock as we take it over to TK. Looney behind 3 players through the smoke. Doesn't see it, though. And I haven't seen smoke in forever, my friend.
No, I haven't seen smoke in forever, but this is what's dangerous. You see Looney getting ready for that AC throw, throws it in. He's actually going to miss that. Trying to get in the base. He's beaten down by Zuma. Phenomenal plays by Zuma and Looney here in this uplink.
You see Zuma with that satellite trying to move through. Gunjar, key player here with the bow. Everyone's surging forward. He's going to toss out both grenades. Gets a hit marker, so he knows they're still here. Zuma just tossing that one out. So a smart setup here. Envy gonna try and rotate over Saint's first one into position.
Yeah, Saint's gonna have to go big here, though. You see the players from Envy rotating towards the middle, but they're all gonna drop. They're gonna walk into 3 players from TK. It's gonna be Zuma, last one alive on drone spawn. They're gonna have to bring this one towards that right-hand side of the map. See what Sharp decides to do with drone.
Hand it to Looney.
Yeah, hand the rock. Pass the rock off to Looney.
I do like the fact that they sent out Gunjar first. Unfortunately, both Goon, Looney, and three players all being dropped at this side. It's Envy reestablishing control of glass, and it's going to be Merc trying to push now for the satellite. He's got a player in front of him leading the charge. That one was Zuma. He just dropped. So Merc with the satellite needs some support. 1 player in front, another one down low.
2 huge kills by Nameless. They're going to need this push to come out. 3 kills by Nameless, and you see 1 player. It's going to be Zuma wrapping around. Wouldn't be surprised if Zuma's going to put this one in. Zuma making a play for the drone, taking out that last second by Sharp. Great plays by him, and there's 1 player still on the attack. That's Saints, but Sharp smart enough to throw that drone out to the middle of the map.
Chaos all over the base. Theory now on your screen. Satellite picked up right before he can get the toss off. Theory's going to go pick up the kill. He's got the opportunity. He's got the toss.
He's got 1 player underneath those. Looney, and Looney's going to put that one in. And TK coming back to take comeback uplink. Puckett, that was one of the best uplink games I have ever seen.
That was absolutely insane. You saw the performance by Envy in the first half. You thought, wow, this one should be pretty quick on the second side. Looney coming to life. Clutch play from Theory at the end, tossing it just far enough. Gets it in his hands for 1 more dunk. What a ridiculous game. Merc with 9 uplinks in that one, but Looney on the other side, 10. Theory putting in 6 as well.
I think the game was kind of decided when that first overtime, when Envy had good side and didn't get any points, gave TK a great advantage. They almost ended the game when Looney had that 1-point shot, just missed it on that AC throw. Thought that was going to come back to bite them, but they were able to close that one out in the end.
We're seeing our first game 5 of the weekend.
Yeah.
I asked for it. TK, thank you for delivering. We'll be back with the deciding game, Detroit S&D, after this.